Okay, these are the some examples related to three variable K-MAPP. By seeing these expressions, we can say the required thing is three variable K-MAPP. Why? Because the summation involved in 0 to 7 only. So 0 to 7 means total 8 possibilities, right? So 0 is the minimum, 7 is the maximum. Total we can expect 8 possibilities that is possible with the help of three variables only. Three variable or 3 bits. Okay. So in that case, we can say the required one is three variable K-MAPP method. Okay. So now here already provided f of a comma b comma c. This order also very important. So these are the three variables. Okay. So out of that, the enable possibilities are 0, 1, 5, 7 here. Okay, the enable, that means active possibilities are 0, 1, 5, 7. So first you can take three variable K-MAPP. Okay, so this is for three variable K-MAPP. So now assign variables as well as binary bits. So I will take upward direction. So this is a variable and this one is BC variables. Okay, now I can assign with binary sequence 0 0 0 1 1 1 1 0, and this is 0 and this one is 1, and now I encoded with complementary and uncomplementary variables. So now it will become E bar C bar, and this is B bar C, and this is BC BC bar, and this one is A bar, and this one is A. Okay, now you can assign the numbers in these square boxes. So this is upward direction, so that I will move from left to right. So now this is 0 and this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this is the numbering arrangement, and after that just you will observe the question. So the function which involved in 0, 1, 5, 7, and they are providing sigma m. Sigma m means the given one is sum of product, right? So the given one is sum of product. So in sum of product, so each and every enable possibility will assign with 1. In case of product of sum, so we can assign with 0, right? Here the enable inputs, otherwise enable possibilities, so those are 0, 1, 5, 7. These 0, 1, 5, 7 can be assigned with 1 because of sum of product. So that I will take here 0 can be assigned with 1. That means this entire square box containing 1. Okay, and next I will take 1. So possibility 1. So this is also assigned with 1, and next to 5 possibility, fifth possibility, that is also indicated with the 1, and 7. This is also assigning with 1. Okay, so because of sum of product, these square boxes containing 1s, whichever the possibilities and whichever the inputs are active. Okay, these are the inputs. The 0, 1, 5, 7 can be considered as inputs. These are the active inputs, right? So here this is 1 and this is also 1. So these are the two adjacent square boxes. So we can pair these two square boxes. That is one possibility. Okay, so now I am taking, so this is one possibility, right? For this possibility I have to write literals. Okay, f of a comma b comma c equals to, this is the first combination, this is one pair. So by applying literals for this pair, so these two square boxes associated with a bar as well as b bar c bar and b bar c, right? So now if you observe these two product terms, these two square boxes having the common element is a bar here. Okay, for row point of view. If you observe column point of view, so this one having this product term having b bar c bar and this one having b bar c. Out of these two product terms, the common element is b bar. So whatever the common elements, if you observe, those elements can be considered in your Boolean expression. For example, for these two square boxes, so this is the common element a bar. From these two product terms, the common element is b bar. So that the resultant expression is a bar and b bar. Okay, So if you have doubt, just you can write individually, then you can simplify the expression, you will get a bar b bar only. If, for example, if I am taking this for this first square box, so this square box is associated with a bar and b bar c bar, so that I will get a bar b bar c bar, and the next one indicated with a bar and b bar c, so plus a bar b bar c. If you observe these two product terms, the common elements are a bar b bar. So if you take common a bar b bar, so then what you will get, c bar plus c. According to our operation theorem, c plus c bar equals to 1. So finally what you will get, a bar into b bar. So this is the answer based on the simplification, right? So don't do always this type of simplification. By seeing these adjacent ones, that means adjacent square boxes, here we have a common element a bar, and if you observe these columns, in this column product terms, we have the common element is b bar, so that you can write a bar b bar as the common elements for this grouping of adjacent ones. Okay, so this is the way you have to find out the literals. Okay, next in the same way, next I will take this pair. Okay, 5 7 is another pair. Okay, I am taking this one as the next pair. This is second pair, that means this fifth square box having one and seventh square box also having one, so which can be considered as one pair. So grouping of these adjacent ones having two literals. Okay, that means one literal is removed. Here because of these three variable K-MAPP, each cell having three literals or three variables. So by pairing these two ones, we will eliminated one variable, and the resultant expression having only two variables or two literals, right? So if you are pairing these two square boxes, we have only two literals. Okay, one literal is removed, right? So in the same way, here also we will get only two literals. Okay, so for these two square boxes, the common element here is a. Okay, for row point of view, the common element is a. If you observe the columns, so these two square boxes assigned with b bar c and bc, these are the two product terms. Out of these two product terms, the common element here is c, right? Here we have a common element a, here we have a common element c. So you can write a and c as the resultant variables for this pairing, right? So here I am writing a c, right? And next, is there any other possibilities? That means other pairs we can expect from this pattern. Okay, this is one pair and this is one pair. Okay, is there any other pairs we could expect from this K-MAPP? So if you observe clearly, so this is one and this is also one. So we can form a one pair from this pattern, right? It means one square box and fifth square box also form a pair, right? One square box and fifth square box also form a pair. So we can take that as a adjacent square boxes, right? So that I am taking here, these two also form a pair, right? So now what happened? So for these adjacent pairs, okay, 1 and fifth square box, product term is b bar c bar with respect to column point of view. When comes to rows point of view, so the first one square box is associated with a bar and fifth square box is associated with a. In this case, you can ignore these rows, just you can take only column product term only, that means b bar c. Okay, b bar c. Why I am ignoring these rows means, for example, if you write individual square boxes, so first I am taking one square box, so for that that square box is associated with a bar and b bar c, so that I will take a bar b bar c plus, and fifth square box, this is associated with a as well as b bar c, so that I am taking here a b bar c. So out of these two product terms, the common element is this b bar c only, right? This b bar c only. So if I am taking b bar c as a common factor, so what you will get, a bar plus a only. So according to our operation theorem, this will become 1, so that we will get b bar c only, right? So that's why I'm taking, if this case is observed anywhere in the K-MAPP, so in that situation directly you can take this product term is resultant one. Why? Because for this row and for this row, the common element is b bar c. While simplifying that expression, so So we are getting B bar C into A bar plus A. That means for this row and for this row, the common element here is B bar C. If I am taking this B bar C as a common factor, A bar plus A will become 1. So finally we will get a B bar CO. That's why if this situation exists while solving K-MAPP, this you can take this column related product term as a resultant one. Okay, so that is the key observation here. Okay, so finally what you will get, A bar B bar plus AC plus B bar C bar. Still you can simplify this expression if possible. Okay, here grouping two adjacent cells containing ones represent a term of two literals. Here you observe grouping of these adjacent ones will gives the two literals, and grouping of these two adjacent cells will give two literals, that is A and C, and grouping of these two adjacent cells form two literals, so those are B bar C. That means finally what we can conclude, grouping two adjacent cells containing ones represent a term of two literals. That means one literal is eliminated. Already I told you in the beginning itself. Okay, if you observe the statements of this three variable K-MAPP, each cell represents a term of three literals, and grouping two adjacent cells containing ones represent a term of two literals. This already we proved, right? Next example, f of ABC equals to sigma m 0, 1, 3, 4, 5, 7. So now this function involved 0, 1, 3, 4, 5, 7. So these are the enabled inputs. Okay, enabled inputs. Okay, otherwise enable possibilities, enable combinations. Okay, active combination. These combinations will assign with ones in this K-MAPP, right? First I will take 0. So 0 can be assigned with 1, and the next one is 1, and next 3, 4, 5, 7. So these are the possible combinations we assigned with ones because of sum of product. How you say this as sum of product? Because of this summation, right? Sum of product, min term. So these all are indicated with this summation. Okay, so if you are taking capital M with pi, so that is nothing but product of sum. By looking this K-MAPP, so what are the possible pairs we'll expect here? So this 0, 1, 4, 5 having one quad pair, right? So that means by joining these square boxes we will form one quad. By joining these four square boxes we will form quad, right? So now here I am taking grouping four adjacent square boxes which contains ones represent a term of 1 literal. Already I gave a statement in the beginning itself only. By grouping four adjacent square boxes which contains ones which represent 1 literal in its resultant expression, that means two literals are eliminated. Okay, two literals are removed. So this is one possibility. Is there any other possibility? That means this 1, 5, 3, 7 also form a square box. That means quad. Okay, 1, 3, 5, 7 also form a quad. That means a grouping of 1, 3, 5, 7 square boxes will form a quad. Okay, so which contains all ones, so which represent a 1 literal in its representation. Okay, so that's why I'm taking, that means this is quad 1 and this is also quad, so this is quad 2, quad 1 and quad 2. Okay, so you can write a resultant boolean expression for this quad 1 as well as quad 2 and combine these two expressions, that will give the resultant, otherwise the reduced, otherwise minimal boolean expression for this given function, right? So now I am writing here, so f of a comma b comma c equals to, first one, this quad. What are the common elements we can observe here for this entire quad? So this a bar a is the common elements. So if you observe this column related product terms, here we have b bar c bar and here we have b bar c. Out of these two product terms, the common element you can represent here. So what is the common element from these two product terms? B bar is the common element. So you can write here B bar. I am writing individually. For example, if we are taking these two 0, 1 square boxes, we can treat as one pair. For this pair, A bar is the common element, and from these two product terms, B bar is the common element. So that I can write here A bar, B bar. And next to 4, 5 square box, if you observe, if we consider this as a pair, So for this pair, the common element here is A, and these two product terms are, if you observe, B bar is the common element. So I will take A into B bar. If you observe these two product terms, so we can consider B bar as a common element, so that I will get B bar into A bar plus A. According to our operation theorem, this A bar plus A equals to 1. So that finally what we will get, B bar is our resultant term. Okay. So by simplifying this individually, if you don't want to take this pair, just you can take individual square box also. If you write all the pair boxes related literals, then you can simplify, you will get this B bar only. That is the advantage by making these pairs and quads and grouping 2 cells, grouping 4 cells, and grouping 8 cells, grouping 16 cells. So that is the advantage. Okay, if you simplify individual terms, it will take more time. So because of this K-MAPP, time also reduces while solving the minimal expression. So that is the advantage with this K-MAPP method. And now this is B bar, and next if you observe this quad 2, so this, for this quad 2, A bar A is the common elements. So while observing these two product terms, so out of these two product terms, C is the common element. So you can directly write here C is your resultant term for quad 2. Okay, so this is your final expression. B bar plus C is your final resultant Boolean expression. This is the minimized Boolean expression. You can observe, so grouping 4 adjacent cells containing ones which represents a term of one literal. Okay, for example, if you observe this quad 1, we have only one literal. The resultant expression consists of only one literal. That means 2 literals are eliminated. So each cell represents 3 literals. But by making this quad 1, so we have only one literal means, so we can simply eliminate 2 literals here. If you observe quad 2 also, we have the single literal here. That means 2 literals are eliminated. By making these quads and pairs and grouping 8 cells and grouping 16 cells, the ultimate thing is we can able to minimize the Boolean expression within less time. So that is the advantage of K-MAPP method. So this is our second example. Next we will move for a third example, that is, so here the function f of a comma b comma c, which involves 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Here the given thing is sigma m, that means sum of product, right? The given one is sum of product in nature. So now you can assign all these possible combinations with the ones because of sum of product, so that I will get 1, 1, 1, 1 is also 1, right? So all the possible combinations are assigned with the ones. So if you observe any square box, that already consists of 1. So if you pairing the square boxes, just you can take these all 8 square boxes. Okay, just you can form the group with all these 8 square boxes because of all square boxes consist of 1. So now I will make grouping of 8 adjacent squares. Okay, grouping of 8 adjacent square boxes. So why I am making these 8 adjacent square boxes means these all square boxes contains ones. That's why I will take a group of these 8 adjacent squares. So already we know grouping of 8 adjacent cells which contains ones, which represents the function value equals to 1 for sum of product. Right, this is the given one is sum of product. So by including all these square boxes, so the function value should become 1. So that is our statement. Okay, now we have to prove. If you observe, so this is first column, so this entire column assigned with B bar C bar, this entire column assigned with B bar C, this entire column assigned with BC, and this entire column assigned with BC bar. Okay, for example, if we are making this is one pair, 0, 4 we will consider as one pair, 1, 5 we will consider as one pair, 3, 7 we will consider another pair, 2, 6 we will consider as another pair. So for this entire pair, B bar C bar is the resultant term. For this 1, 5 pair, B bar C is the resultant term, and for this 3, 7 pair, BC is the resultant term, and for this 2, 6 pair, the resultant term is BC bar. Why? Because for these two square boxes, A bar A is the common factor. In our simplification, for example, if you are making 0, 4, okay, if you are taking 0, 4, elements which are common for this entire pair is B bar C bar, and otherwise you can write individually. Okay, that is the better thing. Okay, So for example, if I am writing for 0 square box, so we will get a bar, b bar, c bar, plus if I am writing for this 4, so I will get a, b bar, c bar. In these two terms, the resultant, the common term is b bar, c bar. So finally what we will get, a bar plus a, but this will become 1. So finally what we will get, b bar, c bar. In the same way, if you are writing 1 comma 5, okay, what you will get, a bar, b bar, c plus a, b bar, c. So if you are taking b bar, c bar as a common element, so you will get b bar, c. So what you will get, b bar, c. And next, if I am taking 3 comma 7, a bar, b c and a b c. So if I am taking b c as a common factor, so I will get a bar plus a. So this will become 1. So what you will get, b c. And if I am taking 2 comma 6, so here I am writing a bar, b c bar and a, b c bar. The common factor here is b c bar, so that I will get b c bar. So these are the possible. That means what I conclude here, for this entire row, okay, for this entire row, a bar is the common element. For this entire row, a is the common element, right? So by making this 8 adjacent cell, grouping of 8 adjacent cell, so we will focus only on this b bar, c bar, b bar, c, b c and b c bar only. That means, so first I will take b bar, c bar, b bar, c, b c plus b c bar into a bar. Okay, this is for the first row. If you are taking this entire row, that means for 0 I will get a bar, b bar, c, right? This will become, so that means this a bar, b bar, c equals to 0, and next this a bar, b bar, c is nothing but 1. That means this a bar and this b bar, c bar will form 1. Okay, and next with bc, okay, this will form 3, right? And with this bc bar, this will form 2, right? So that I will write a bar into b bar, c bar plus b bar, c plus bc plus bc bar, right? So if I am taking this next row, okay, so in that case what happened, I am taking a into, same as usual, b bar, c bar plus b bar, c plus bc plus bc bar. Okay, so in these two terms here, b bar, c bar, b bar, c, bc plus bc bar is the common element. Okay, so if you observe this term and if you observe this term, these two terms are common. Okay, so if I am taking common element, right, b bar, c bar plus b bar, c plus bc plus bc bar as a common factor, if I am taking this as common, so I will get a bar plus a only. So this, according to adaptation theorem, a bar plus a equals to 1. So that finally what we will get, b bar, c bar plus b bar, c plus bc plus bc bar. Now you can simplify this further. So what you will get, so if you observe these two things, so the common factor is b bar. So next, if you observe these two, so b is the common factor, so c plus c bar will become 1. Okay, now what you will get, b bar plus b. So finally what you will get, b bar plus b equals to 1. That means what, grouping 8 adjacent cells which contains ones, which represents the function value equals to 1. Okay, the function value should become 1. So this is the conclusion. This is already provided starting itself. Okay, this is our next example. F of a comma b comma c equals to sigma m 0 1 2 3. So just I will arrange the numbers in these square boxes. So 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Don't write always this complementary uncomplementary variable. By seeing these binary bits, you can identify directly. Okay, don't always write complementary uncomplimentary variables every time. That will take more time. Okay, so now 0 1 2 3 is our enabled inputs, otherwise active possibilities, so that I will assign with the ones. Okay, so here I will take 1 1 1 1. Now I am pairing with these four square boxes, right? So this is one quad. Grouping four adjacent pairs is nothing but quad, right? So this is quad 1. So for this, this is the common element, right? So these all are differ, but this thing only common element. Otherwise, I will mention here. Okay, don't, no problem. So this is A bar, and this one is A, and this one is B bar C bar, and this one is B bar C, BC, BC bar. But all the columns are differ, but for all these square boxes, the common element here is A bar. So that the resultant thing is what? F of A comma B comma C equals to A bar only. So this is your answer. Okay, by making four adjacent cells containing ones which represents one literal in its resultant expression, that means two literals are eliminated. Okay, so in the same way you can find out this thing also. So I will provide some examples here. So this is your assignment 3. So total we have 12 problems. These are the total 12 problems. So you have 2 days time, so you can submit in LMS. I will provide link in LMS. Okay.